Okay, hey guys, it's a little bit cold, but I'm outside because my friend is already sleeping, and I just came back from my first real public speaking experience, which was very interesting, and I wanted to share a little bit about this experience in this video. I hope you can appreciate the different setting. And so I spoke today at an event called Inspiral. It's a meetup and a community here in Budapest. The event was a storytelling event where people can volunteer to present a story, and I presented a personal story today. Now, I've done a few public speaking gigs before. I spoke in a company before, and I spoke as a presentation of my end work in high school, but those are not really public speaking gigs, right? So this was totally different. It was a group of people that I did not know, and it was a story that was very close to my heart since it's my personal life story, right? Now, I must admit that I overestimated the complexity of it a little bit, right? Keeping an audience engaged for more than 15 minutes is quite a challenge. And so I kind of like prepared my talk a little bit beforehand. I wrote about the structure that I wanted to, apply to the story and the arc, and I wanted to get a strong start, a strong stop, and I wanted everything to make sense, okay? But as I started talking, and I was very nervous in the beginning, like my heart was racing. I was like, God damn, like I did not expect to feel this nervous. But as I started talking, all of a sudden, I was like, okay, all the structure just goes straight out of the window, and I will just talk and share whatever is coming up in this very moment, okay? But, engaging with the audience can be a challenge because there's people who are paying a lot of attention, and then there's people who lose attention, okay? And so I had the tendency to focus more on the people who were losing attention. And as I was talking, at first I was very much in a flow state. It was going very well. You will actually probably see the talk here on the channel. I recorded it, and so you will be able to watch it later. But I wanted to comment a little bit on the experiences. So as I was talking, at first the energy was quite good and I was in the flow state. But at some point, I started to feel like the energy in the audience was starting to drop, and they were kind of like losing interest in a way. And that's when I got into my head. I started thinking about, oh, shoot, I have to keep the audience engaged, and I'm branching off into too many details which are irrelevant, okay? Because we all know this person who keeps rambling on about stuff that is not really important, and you lose interest. It just becomes boring, right? So that's kind of how I felt. I was judging myself for not being able to keep the audience captivated, right? And it's really a skill. It's really a skill to keep an audience captivated for a long period of time, because you have to have certain pauses, certain ways of speech, loud, soft, happy, sad, whatever it may be. There's so many different ways you can keep your audience engaged, and it's something that you can practice, okay? You learn to have a dialogue with your audience, and you learn to tune in more into the audience. But it was the first time, so it was kind of, everything was new. So of course I'm not a seasoned public speaker, but it was really interesting to catch myself becoming very self-aware, and then I lost my train of thought. You will see if you watch the talk. I will probably upload it tomorrow. You will see me try to get back my mind organized again, because I lost complete track. All right, and I'm actually very curious to rewatch my speech so I can see how it looked from the outside, right? That's also why I recorded it, so I could watch myself, and because when you're in the speech, everything just turns tunnel vision almost. Like you become so unaware of certain things, because there is a lot of, I don't know, maybe stress, nervousness, so much new input. All these people are paying attention, or at least most of them, and so it's a very strange place to find yourself, and especially if it's a personal story like the one I shared, extremely personal. It's my life story, so it becomes a very interesting experience to have all these people look at you while you're just putting yourself out there, like completely showing yourself vulnerably. And so I lost my train of thought, and then I caught it back, and I felt like, okay, thank God I can gain the momentum a little bit. And after that, I decided to end the talk, and then the questions came. And so there were so many people that had questions, and I was so happy about that, because I was a little bit afraid that people would be like, okay, let's just move on to the next speaker. We are not really interested in learning more about your story. But there were so many people super excited, raising their hands. They wanted to ask questions. And so many people asked very good questions, very engaging questions. And it made me feel so grateful. It made me feel like they were truly paying attention. And as I was speaking, as I was talking, I could see people being very engaged, and they were making eye contact, and they were nodding, and they were, I could see that something was happening there. And so it was a really interesting experience, because, it's, from my perspective, I'm like, people are losing interest, but on the other hand, people are also really engaged, and it's like the flow and the energy of the crowd was very interesting, and like my own self-awareness and my own self-conscious, and then losing my train of thought, and I was like, okay, I have to catch myself and get back on track, gather my courage and start again, okay? And there were a few people trying to kind of like help me out. You will see it tomorrow. It's going to be very interesting. I'm very curious to edit the video. Anyways, so people started asking questions. I'm like so happy that a lot of people ask questions, and that's when I started to feel connected with the crowd, right? When they ask questions, and I could, then it's easier because I was talking to a person who asked me a question. And so afterwards, I asked some of my friends for feedback, and they told me a great tip to not lose your train of thought is to have a conversation with one person in the crowd. Okay, you want to focus on one person, or sometimes switch between a few people, but make it a conversation with one person. Don't necessarily look at your whole audience. Okay, learn to feel your audience, yes, but learn to kind of have a conversation with one person, and that way you don't feel too overwhelmed, and you're not starting to pay attention to the people who are tuning out, because there inevitably will be some people who tune out because they're simply not interested in your life story. It doesn't resonate with them, and it's okay. I didn't necessarily took it as a bad thing, or I took it super personally. I was just becoming very aware and very conscious of the people tuning out, right? So in the end, people came up to me, they were hugging me, they were expressing their gratitude for what I shared. There was a fantastically beautiful experience. I'm so grateful that I did this, because it opens new doors. Okay, it's a new challenge. It's getting out of my comfort zone, and it fires me up. I'm so excited about this. I want to do this more, speak more, share my story more, connect more with people, allow them to feel seen, to feel validated. And there were so many people just coming up to me, what you told there, it resonated so much with me. Thank you so much for sharing that. It was so authentic, so powerful. And I was like so grateful that everyone resonated with my words, even though I felt like it was not a perfect speech whatsoever. There were so many mistakes that I made, and I was like, God damn, I hope like people will actually get value from this, right? But gauged by the feedback, or based on the feedback that I received afterwards, people did really resonate with my story, and that was an incredible feeling. So I feel super, super grateful. And there was one thing at the end of the night. So I borrowed my friend's microphone to record the talk, because it was a wireless microphone, and he offered it so I could use it, and I promised him that I would return it after the event, right? But since there was so much stuff going on, so many people talking to me, asking me questions, and afterwards we went to extend the conversation in a bar nearby, that I lost complete track of his microphone. And so after we finished the conversation, and I finally look at my phone, because I completely forgot about my phone. I completely forgot about the fact that I had to return his microphone tonight. I didn't even have the time to record a video, to edit the video. It was just so chaotic today, so much stuff. Like, I was so focused on this talk, and I lost track of everything else. And so I felt like, that's so sad, because I really appreciated him borrowing his microphone to support my cause, right? It's incredible that he, my friend, wants to support me by lending me his gear. And so I felt so stupid about not paying attention to my phone, and kind of like letting him down. So I hope that I can talk to him about this tomorrow, because I really don't want him to feel like I don't care. And I totally understand that it's not nice if I promise that I will return it tonight and I don't even reply to the messages. That's just not cool, right? It's just not cool. So I absolutely 100% understand the disappointment and the frustration. So I hope that we will be able to talk about this tomorrow, because I don't want him to feel like I don't care, or I disrespected his time. Not at all. It was just, I was so immersed in this experience, and it was honestly a very profound experience for me to be able to do this, and to feel all these people connecting with me, and to go through, losing my train of thought. That's a crazy thing, like completely losing my train of thought. And people told me afterwards, it didn't feel like you were going off track, or to us it was just perfectly normal. It almost felt like some kind of annoying advertising break where you lost your train of thought. It didn't feel like you were going off track or anything. So it's very interesting how my perception was completely different to the people watching, right? So again, I'm very curious to edit the video tomorrow to see it from a third person perspective. That's also why I think that recording yourself on video can really help with your speech, really help with your delivery, etc., etc. So yeah, I must say I was a little bit over confident. Like, I thought, it's gonna be a breeze, no problem. I just deliver a 12-minute speech and it will be just no difficult at all. I won't even feel nervous. But man, when the time came and it was my time to speak, my goodness, my heart was racing like crazy, guys. Holy crap. So yeah, it's definitely something that I want to become better at. I think it's a great skill. You can engage people, you can share powerful messages, you can inspire others. It's such a beautiful medium, right? Like, an in-person event is totally different. Of course, the videos that I'm doing here on the channel, I absolutely love doing these, right? It's friggin' 1 a.m. in the morning right now, and I'm recording this video because I want to, stay true to my commitments to upload 1 video a day. I know it's technically already the next day, but come on, guys, cut me some slack here. It was a very challenging and stressful day in a way, also a very exciting day. So yeah, I just wanted to share my experiences, my first time experiences public speaking. This was really my first true public speaking gig with people that I didn't know, and it was quite a large crowd also. I mean, I know a few people in the crowd, but most of them I didn't know. So yeah, the feedback I received from the people watching was incredible, and I feel so grateful, guys. I feel so grateful. I wish you were all there to join me, and I actually have plans to turn this into a reality more often, and ultimately I would like to organize seminars and events where all of you can just come together, and where anyone who wants to share something can speak on the stage. And I would love to do more talks like this and inspire others and become a better speaker, right? I would love to be like a great speaker who can do great delivery and inspire you to feel understood, to better your life. And so yeah, that's kind of like what I wanted to share, guys. A quick, very authentic video, first time experience doing this, also because I didn't had the time to upload because I was just like writing the script and practicing and preparing everything and getting everything ready. I got like a second camera to make a little bit better footage. One of my guys, I met him at the gym. He was a fantastic support in this. He caught some extra shots from different angles, so I feel incredibly grateful that he was there to help me out with this. It feels amazing, guys, to have so many people support this cause. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. So I feel super, super excited, and I am so hopeful for the future. And man, this is only the beginning. We're just getting started, guys. We're growing this channel into something really, really powerful and profound. And I am grateful that you are part of this journey. I really am. And I'm so excited to see where I will take this, where we will take this, and how we can grow this community into something beautiful. Okay, guys? I'm getting extremely cold. My hands are really freezing. I think it's starting to, I don't know, it's really starting to get winter here. You can maybe see the air coming out of my mouth. So yeah, I hope that I will be able to talk to my friend tomorrow, because I feel actually like really bad about this. It's like it was a sad ending in a way, because I felt like, damn, I promised him that I would return his microphone and I didn't, and I feel bad about that, and I understand his reaction and his frustration. So I hope that we will be able to talk about it tomorrow. I will wake up very early so I can return his microphones. And you guys can watch out for my speech here on the channel, and I'm very curious to hear what you guys will think about it. Feel free to leave a comment and share your feedback. And yeah, I want to learn. I want to become a better person, a better man, a better speaker. So every feedback is more than welcome. All right, guys. I wish you a lovely night, day, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world. Oh, okay, the show's over, guys. The show must go on, but the show's over. So yeah, okay. So that's what I wanted to say. Enjoy your time of day anywhere you are in the world right now. I want to thank you for your attention, and as always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night.